Good morning. Lots of things have happened lately, some big changes, and I feel like really this is what life is about, change. And the way we handle change, and the way we move with change, and the way we accept change when it happens, and the way we initiate change when we feel the need to, is truly a measure of our intelligence, which I think in this case I'm quoting Einstein. But nature teaches us beautifully. Like here I had lettuce and here I had spinach. And the season for lettuce and spinach is done because it's getting really hot. So I've planted a sweet potato in there. There are coffee grounds further out and a cucumber that I'm gonna let vine. And this is what we do. We rotate crops and some things, like get done. And then you plant other things in the same soil. You harvest. You plant the seed, then, you take care of it. You reap the rewards, and then you keep going. And if we had that understanding of the cyclical nature of life, that it is not one straight line, but it just goes in cycles, and you can work on a certain thing for a while and then have to drop it for a little bit and then work at it again. And trees are such beautiful examples. Like here's my favorite persimmon tree. They lose their leaves and fall. In winter it appears like they're dead, but then they come back again, they bloom. There's a baby persimmon. They're going to be ready all the way in fall. So they take their time, right? And with the persimmons, they lose the leaves first, and then you just have the ripe persimmons everywhere. So it's really interesting how all of that works. And when we embrace that about ourselves, then we can truly enjoy life because we'll be moving along with it. And this is what it means to be in the flow. It's not about perfection. It's not about like everything being nice all the time and perfect and static and stagnant, but it's about having that aliveness. Oh, I'll have to take care of this tomato here. It's fallen. See this? It needs to be up straight. It's about this aliveness, and that's what makes you feel alive. When things are moving, when things are changing, when there are unexpected things that happen, and it doesn't have to be drama. The changes could be good, and a lot of times, like it could be like a loved one passes away, and it could be unexpected, and you have to accept it, and the way you handle it, and what you choose to focus on, is how well you move through that change. And when we have that recognition that everything in life is change, and death is basically a beginning of a new cycle, and it's a very essential part of life, when we accept death, then we can go through the psychological changes that are needed for ourselves to transition from one state to another. Because we're creatures of habit, and habit is what keeps us tied to a certain state. But when we can change our thoughts and start to make like little changes in our daily habits, then we can much easier move through the things that need changed. And that's where a lot of people get stuck, especially when you have gotten successful at something. There's more cucumbers over here. And all of a sudden you feel, you know what, I kind of have accomplished everything in this area and field, and I don't feel challenged anymore. And I feel like I need a change, but change is scary because the cucumbers. Because how do I turn my back to something that I have built that has become really successful? And what do I do next? I'm gonna be in that unknown space. All of a sudden, I'm gonna be no one again. If you enter a field that you know nothing about, you can take your previous experience with you, but a lot of times your previous experience could be completely irrelevant to the new thing that you're attempting. So to feel like a novice again in something, and to be in that space of not knowing and uncertainty could be really, really scary. And that's why a lot of times oh, look how beautiful this is. We resist change. How perfect. Because we're afraid of the next meandering turn in our lives, and sometimes we would rather preserve the status quo as it is instead of embracing the unknown and growing and developing from it, and psychologically dying to the person that we thought we were because we believed in something that's no longer true for us. Because once you get to that point and you start to realize, okay, I have some limiting beliefs, I have some things that are preventing me from the next level, but if I let them go, I'm gonna feel lost for a while and it's gonna mean like a huge change. And a lot of people stop there because they're so afraid of like what that change is going to mean and how their life is going to completely fall apart, and the people that they've known and the things that they've been doing and how is that going to happen. And actually that hurts a lot because you've already gotten a little bit of a glimpse of what this new life can be, and you've already gotten a little bit of a glimpse that there's something more and that there's something that you're believing that potentially is not true anymore. But then you stop yourself and say, oh no. I'm not like, it's too dangerous, not going there, I'm not gonna look at it. But because you've already gotten that glimpse, it will forever gnaw at you. And you're gonna feel like you had this chance that you didn't take. Whereas if you manage to gather the courage to take the chance, then you're on to another adventure. And initially, everything is really rocky because your old life is falling apart. The new life has not shaped yet. You just have a dream, you have this vision, and you don't know where exactly it's gonna take you. But that's the exciting part, right? Because if we knew everything from the beginning, when we were born, how things are gonna go and what's gonna happen and how each day is gonna like transpire for you, what's the purpose of living? It would be like a book you've read 1,000 times and you know like every single thing. So the purpose is that excitement and that uncertainty and that sense of adventure and unknown. And then that sense of accomplishment when you actually do achieve that thing that seemed impossible and that was just a mere dream because you believed in it and you followed your intuition and you took the steps and you were guided. Then you feel like, oh my god, this is so amazing because I didn't think I could do that and I did it. And the universe loves the daring people. The universe loves, the people that say, okay, I want to do something that no one else has done before and create something new for humanity, a new path, a new way, and always supports us. It never fails. We just have to attune and get back to truly sensing and being able to recognize the signs that are always there for us and become really, really flexible and develop our faith and our belief in ourselves and surrender to that higher power to guide us. And even when things are completely unreasonable, just go with what we're feeling, trust our intuition, because reason is way slower since it relies on what has been done before. It's like this linear, like this is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, based on previous evidence. This is how you do it. And intuition is like and bypasses like a lot of things, and it's like, okay, there's a new way and it's created just for you because you want it and because why not.